Hey, what's up, guys? It's Anime Talk with Izzy,
And so,
and today's anime is Attack on Titan, episode.
50, 40, 49.
You had one job.
I forgot! 42.
42.
Well, it's okay. We'll put it in the title. Who cares?
Episode 42, right?
Totally.
Okay, totally. So let's just start. This anime was.
This episode was great. I rate it 10, 1,000.
Why you rate something until
1,010.
Let's explain what happened.
5,002.
Yeah, 5,002. That's a good rating. Anyway, so like, what was happening in this episode?
It was crazy.
It was amazing. It was unbelievable. It was I don't even know. There's no more words to explain this.
I have no more boba.
And it's crazy because I read that people say this chapter was gonna be the like slowest, boringest.
Honestly, it was
I
said
told you.
that this chapter of the manga or whatever wasn't that great, and like the anime is like good so far. Like it's interesting. It's actually interesting, which is like.
Yeah.
So does that mean like their next season is gonna be even greater? Cause like,
Yeah.
Or maybe like something happened.
Because
We never know.
the action though, the action is like there's not much action, but still like it's so interesting.
It's intense.
It's very
It's
intense.
awesome. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's see. So it was that.
They were in the kingdom, the like the
Right,
royal.
right. So the ending of the last episode we were talking about was Irwin or Irvin, whatever his name is. I'm sorry. Okay.
His death, like if they're gonna
Yeah,
kill
they're
him.
like they knew they were gonna kill him. They're
Oh, they knew they were gonna
like,
kill
yeah,
him.
it was planned. You know, they're
Yeah.
just saying like, oh, what's your last words? You know.
And what's the reason? The reason was that it was like like one of the rules.
Yeah,
You're not
he,
supposed to put your philosophies or ideas or whatever the power before humanity.
Yeah, he broke a law basically.
Yeah, he
and
broke
it's
the law.
Major law.
Yeah. and he wasn't there for killing the missionary.
Yeah.
He wasn't there for that. He was for that reason. It just added on to it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So they were talking about that, and then Irvin, he said that something's gonna happen. There's gonna be another Attack on Titan, you know, and the wall of Sinai. Oh no, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Rose,
It's
right?
the next wall, basically.
Yeah, whatever.
Though, wait. Before we get that, let's point out that the king is there, staring at everyone
That's
in the
the
same
thing.
position.
I
Remember
know.
that. Remember what I just said. The same position, the same guy using the same face.
He looks scary though.
He's
Like,
scary,
he's pretty
like he
intimidating.
knows what's up.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now let's
He's like done with everything.
He's-
Like, come on, bro, you're a
he
king.
he
Show some
knows, and
king title, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, so because like the government was there or whatever, the group of fat guys and the priest so yeah, they were talking about how why he's gonna get a death sentence and when it'll be whatever. It's just
Anyway,
about his death
and
sentence.
the king has not said a word. He's still
Yeah,
staring.
he's just like
Who are talking?
quiet.
The
Only
advisors.
people that are talking
It's the
are
advisors.
the government officials.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I was like, is the king gonna say anything? Because
Mhm.
like, he's like, oh, it's all because of the king, you know. Whatever he says, it goes, you know.
Yeah.
But like, they didn't really talk to him. Like, I'd feel like, okay, like, it's the king's rules to be like, hey, is this what you want, King, Mr. King? Is this
Mhm.
what you want?
There's something up. There was something up when we saw
I
that.
was so confused, but yeah, and then Irvin, he was talking about like if there was a Titan attack, then you guys would be screwed if you let citizens
he was
inside
giving
and
them reasons why it wouldn't be a good idea to kill them.
Yeah.
What he knows, and he's saying
Yeah.
you guys would royally be screwed. You guys would be devastated if you did this. You guys you know there's like already starvation in the next wall over. You already know that there's a wall been broken,
Yeah.
and you know how uneasy the citizens are right now once the next attack happens.
Yeah, they're screwed if
Yeah.
What his point was, if you let people refuge.
No, if you don't like, okay, because if you get rid of the scouts, that means you're giving more opportunity for the Titans to advance, because the scouts are there
Yeah.
pushing them back.
Yeah, the
and,
scouts. Their whole point is to kill the Titans.
Yeah, and
you're
keep them-
basically destroying the chance of
your
getting
your
rid
line
of
your
any
your first line of
Titans.
attack is gonna be wiped out. All you're
So
gonna have is
you
defense.
have no offense.
And the scouts have the most experience. That's what he was also saying. He's like, you guys would be screwed if you got rid of us. all the Scout Regiment, you would be so screwed. And as he was telling him, he was still giving him hypotheticals, like still like giving him the idea. And then guess,
Yeah.
this is what I lost my shit. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. When he smiled, Erwin, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before that though,
Yeah.
the other guy, Pixis or whatever, he was told like, what do you think about it by one of the.
He was talking some
government
major
officials.
shit.
And he was like, I agree with you. Like, I'll be fine. Oh, because one of the guys was like, oh, are you in,
Are you with the Scouts? Are you?
accompanying?
Yeah. And he's like, no, I'm not. I actually think they're horrible, and
And they're like, we are our own group. We do
Yeah.
what the law tells us to do.
Yeah.
You know? And then he's like, if that's what you choose, then I'm totally fine with it. I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And then he's like, only if you guys go by the laws and to protect our
Our ways.
yeah.
And
our
then now we can
civilization.
go back to it. When Erwin started smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when it was done. Like, okay, you have to die now.
Yeah.
They're
And
taking him away. They
he's
pick
like,
him up. They go,
oh, really? And then he smiled. And then what happened?
yeah.
One of the soldiers barged in and said,
There's a Titan attack. There's a
the
Titan
wall
attack.
wall breach. Oh my god, attack. Oh my god.
Yeah, Wall Rose has been attacked. The armored Titan just smashed through it, you know? Everybody's freaking out.
And I love when they do that thing where they like make it so dramatic, where like the whole room is shaking or something.
Yeah.
And everyone's losing my shit. I'm like, no
And then
way.
right away, Pixis was like, hey, go do this, go do that. Everything like they did before, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
Like what
the
she meant
government-
was like oh yeah, go ready, do your duties, like do what's
Yeah.
on the protocol, send out soldiers over here and over there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, and then the government official was like, no, don't do that. Because they knew. Because Irvin, he told them before, right at that moment. It's funny, because, like, he told them what'll happen and what they're going to do and what'll be the cause of it. So he literally went by what Irvin said.
yeah.
And it's funny, because they're literally about to kill him.
Yeah, they literally they thought only for themselves. They didn't want
Yeah.
the soldiers to go and help the civilians.
Yeah, they're like, the government's going to be destroyed if this happens. We can't lose our power, basically.
Which is bullshit because they're just saying save our lives instead of anyone
Yeah.
else's. Our number one priority.
Yeah, and then one of that guy, the friend of Irvin.
Like one of the soldiers that was like
Yeah.
he's like he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah,
he's on the sideline,
yeah.
but he's like watching everything happen, and he's like, "What?
No.
What? No, we
Yeah.
are. There's a reason why we're police.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
supposed to protect the people.
We're supposed to protect the
You're
people.
basically killing off everybody, like a whole, like thousands of people.
Yeah.
Half of the nation. That's what the government official was saying. Like, don't let anybody refuge.
And all the commanders and leaders, whoever was in that area, were all freaking out. They're like, why would we not go and do what we're supposed to do?
I know.
And then what happened? This commander or general just
Oh
came in.
yeah.
Yeah.
The girl left. She's like, go tell or go do whatever, because they
She
didn't.
said, go bring him in. I think. Did they say that?
Yeah, no. That's the thing. She, Pixis was like, okay, you can go.
Yeah.
And then that's when he knew, and she knew too. Like, they're gonna go get that whole squad and come in.
Yeah. And they're like, haha, we got you. Dude, they keep doing this thing where
Haha.
they catch people.
You thought?
Yeah, like last episode, remember? They're like all the people were like listening
Yeah.
to what happened, like what the MP
Yeah,
military police is
That's
doing.
what I was thinking about. You know how last time they gathered the people, and then you were talking about. I remember last episode we were talking about like how are people gonna know?
Yeah.
You know, it's
And then-
funny. I was like, okay, this has to be a trick. You know?
Yeah.
Because that literally, he screwed everybody over. He's telling people to kill themselves.
Yeah.
He's letting people die. And I'm like, how are they going to do this? They have to, like, tell people, you know? And then they came in, the badass people.
Yeah.
They came in.
Haha, we got you.
Haha!
It's like some Death Note shit. I knew you were gonna do this, so I got prepared. I was prepared for this. And then after that, he was like, "You literally just did what Erwin just said. You literally turned your back on humanity, and that's not who we serve. We serve what's
Yeah.
good for humanity, whatever's gonna like the best way, the moral way. But you, no, you turned your back on us,
You
on
fool.
everyone." Yeah, and then they basically like kind of lock them up, and then they're like,
Yeah, and they're like the rightful king deserves his spot, like
Yeah.
the Rice family.
yeah,
And then they gave evidence on how Historia will lead. And then they're like freaking out, like, oh shit, we're screwed. And then
they're looking at the
the
king.
king, he's like, wake up.
He's still. By the way, this whole time,
The
this
king-
whole time with the same pose, the same everything, doesn't do anything. He has no reaction to the wall. He has no reaction to the attack. He has no reaction to them gaining spot.
Same
Oh my
pose.
god.
He's literally doing the same thing as the episode since the beginning. And
Yeah.
it's so funny. And it's like an old man that was sleeping. He's like, wake up. And then he kicked the chair. And he was like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
How are you not aware of what's going on? Like this
It's
is.
funny. It's an old man. Like that show, like
Mhm.
if you're gonna like frame or like use someone as a king, at least
But it's like easier
least
for
make
them
it-
to manipulate.
Yeah,
That was
true,
the point.
true.
Because that guy doesn't care. He's like, as long as I get money and food,
yeah.
you know. And after that, they started spreading out of the reason, like, oh, what the king just did. All the generals are
Yeah.
like taking over. They took care of the, what's it called? The other military police that were on that
and
side.
then they
It was like,
Hanji
cool.
came.
Yeah,
Hanji came and her buddy. They came with the note of the newspaper because after that they're spreading out everywhere. Like
Mhm.
Irvin and the commanders and all of those people, they went out. They told the public, and then they have it on the newspaper too. They were printing out everything, and then they went to Levi and his squad, the ones that were running
That
away.
looked like they were getting ready to fight again.
Yeah, we thought like last episode it was like a cliffhanger because we thought it was like military police that was coming for them. Little did we know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was
Hanji.
Hanji and her
To
buddy.
inform them that the coup worked.
Yeah, like
The
everything
rebellion
worked. And we're like, holy shit, no way.
Yeah, and that was a very good episode. Very great episode. Like so
Yeah.
much hype, so
But
much
the
excitement.
thing that was like kind of sad, cause like Irvin, he was like, cause when he was talking with that guy,
Yeah, he's like, was this a good idea?
yeah,
Was it a good
should
idea
not-
to do all this?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better to leave someone that knows the truth, that knows all the information? Maybe there's a reason why we've been like
Yeah.
alive this whole time to let these guys in power, and then the other military guys like, hell no.
I hated those bastards.
Those guys are assholes. If you didn't do it, I was gonna do it. You know, like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we gotta watch out for that guy. I feel like he.
I don't think so.
You
Because
know-
when he said that, I felt like at first I was like, oh, because like he was like, oh, I just wanted like to beat those guys, you know. I really did not like them, and then Irvin like took it like lighthearted,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
And like I felt like he's a good guy, you know, because
Mhm.
like he spilled the tea to Irvin.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this guy is fine.
But you never know. That's
yeah,
why I
you
keep
never
watching.
know. You know that guy is an armored titan. The other
Yeah.
guy's a colossal titan.
And then this is where we get to the end, where you have Aaron. He's like trapped in like this like snow
oh yeah,
area.
yeah. It's like all ice around him.
Yeah.
And then it was like a flashback to, who was it? The mom. Oh, it was a flashback to the Lord Rice's sister. That yeah, it was weird. I was so confused.
Yeah, and
and
then
then-
Historia came out, right?
Yeah, she came out. I was like, what the heck? She's like, Historia? And then it ended.
And that was it, basically, yeah.
I think my prediction is that Historia is gonna betray everybody and go with her
There's
father.
literally a cop right here. Don't look, don't look. Just pretend to talk. And I don't know if they're gonna come to us because we. By the way, guys, just to give you guys that hype, how you know exciting this is. We're in a parking lot doing this podcast, and there's literally like it's like what 7:42 p.m. and there's cops everywhere, and I don't know what that cop is doing or something. But anyway, let's just wrap this up before he comes out and says, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Gives us a ticket. That looks like that's it for today's
that's
episode.
all.
Yeah, that's all.
Go follow her on Instagram.
Go follow her on
Go like,
Instagram.
comment,
We're doing this for
subscribe.
you guys. We're being illegal.
You're
Alright.
welcome.
That's it, guys. This was Izzy
And so,
Bye.
what? Bye.
We need to end this right now before they say something.